Kingdom of Thailand is bordered by Laos, Burma, Cambodia, Malaysia, and the Andaman Sea. It is the world's 50th largest country and home to over 65 million people. Thailand is often called the Land of Smiles and considered a tropical paradise full of friendly spiritual locals eager to share their unique cuisine and pristine beaches. However, Thailand's elaborate culinary feats and sun-washed beachfronts are not the only reason why the country has become the playground of the rich and elite of the world. Conservative estimates suggest that 10% of tourist dollars are spent on the sex trade. In 1967, Thailand contracted with the U.S. government to provide rest and recreation services to the troops during the Vietnam War. It was in 1971, while the war in Southeast Asia raged, that the World Bank recommended the development of mass tourism in Thailand. The bank, at the time, was headed by Robert McNamara, who had been U.S. Secretary of Defense when the R&R contract with Thailand was signed. Many of the country's earliest sex tour operators were former military servicemen. Tourist numbers have grown from 336,000 foreign visitors and 54,000 R&R soldiers in 1967 to over 14 million international guests visiting Thailand in 2007. Orientalist exotification of Thai women, combined with vast economic disparities between Thai locals and visiting tourists, has contributed to a thriving sex tourism industry in Thailand. The industry is unregulated and unsafe, often involving minors and providing massive monetary incentives to human traffickers. The United Nations estimates that 1% of Thailand's population is infected with the HIV virus, nearly 3 times the rate in the United States. One reason the Royal Thai government is not more proactive about curbing the sex tourism industry is because the underground industry comprises anywhere from 2 to 14% of Thailand's economy, according to the ILO. Behind the brothels posing as massage parlors and strip clubs is a painful story involving women trafficked from Burma, children exploited by pimps, and global economic disparities that force people to sell their bodies. As a result of the current economic downturn, hundreds of factories and projects have closed across Thailand, leaving thousands of workers, both Thai and non-Thai, unemployed, according to the Far Eastern Economic Review. Unemployment is rising at a rate of about 100,000 workers a month and may climb to 1.5 million by the end of the year. Thai women who have lost their jobs in villages during the economic downturn often work at ping pong shows. In the world's largest red light district, Bangkok, there are stark differences between go-go dancers, who are similar to those prevalent in every global city across the world, and sex workers subjected to egregious forms of human zoo tourism at ping pong shows. These shows are an extreme form of sadistic entertainment that often involves sexual torture. Renowned feminist scholar Catherine McKinnon notes that pornography of Asian women sold in the West has been almost entirely a pornography of torture, and these shows simply present that in the flesh. Human rights organizations denounce these shows as sexually exploitative and inherently misogynistic. Thailand is also known as Disneyland for pedophiles, and UNICEF surveys indicate that 30 to 35% of all sex workers in the Mekong subregion of Southeast Asia are between 12 and 17 years of age. Sex tourism targeting children creates huge monetary incentives for traffickers, and the flesh trade impacts an estimated 1.2 million child victims annually. ECPAT International, an NGO working to end child prostitution and trafficking, recently released a startling report saying that the global recession will only increase the vulnerability of children to traffickers. Before the 2006 military coup, ECPAT International had been collaborating with the Ministry of Tourism in Thailand on creating a national plan of action to address the issue of child sex tourism. The initiative was suspended shortly after the ouster of the Thaksin administration. Now, the global economic downturn has made the Ministry of Tourism reluctant to reinvigorate efforts to end child commercial sexual exploitation, because such an effort may give the outside world the impression that Thailand is anything but the land of smiles.